Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out to the 19. All right, folks, we're going to talk a little bit about Angel Reese. I did a video, I don't know if you saw it yet. I don't know which one's coming out first. I did a video recently on Lexi Hull's performance in Unrivaled, her breakout performance when she got a few minutes. Now, in that game, you also had, and maybe even the game before that, Angel Reese sitting a little. I feel that this is a coach that doesn't have a lot of control at this team. It seems like maybe Chelsea Gray seems to be the one that most dominant and most vocal in the decisions that are made with this league, with this team, I should say. But after that last game, you see here, Angel Reese super stands already attacking her unrivaled coach, Nola Henry. So is force feeding her the ball to shoot 39%. The solution that got Teaspoon fired, link in reply. So we had a lot of that. Yeah, I was checking that out, blaming the coach because she can't make layups. Well, they're going to be more mad Tyler Marsh doesn't play through her either. And then, this is the one that really blew me away. Some of these fans can't be serious. The coach needs to let Reese cook. Reese was playing well this game, 6 rebounds in 8 minutes. He's the face of both leagues, obviously referencing WNBA and Unrivaled. And most popular sports figure in the world. I want you to, most popular sports figure in the world. We'll set aside soccer, or as they mistakenly call it in the rest of the world, football. Yes, that is correct. It was originally called soccer. America has this one right. The most dominant player in the W. Teaspoon let her cook all season, almost made the playoffs 13 and 27. The Sky weren't even expected to even have a chance at the playoffs. Wow. Okay. So anyway, that's what we're dealing with. But um, I want to show you a couple of things because we've got some real problems. And because people get mad, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to take this in a positive direction as best I can. So this isn't about, oh, this is one player messing up, because I know we can show a lot of things, but this is in the same game. Okay. So we saw one in the WNBA season that I talked about that actually didn't even get called. So if we roll through this here, and what you're going to see is just I mean, what is that? There's no reason for that whatsoever. I want to back that up just a little bit. I'm going to slow it down in case you you don't actually pick that up. This is a double dribble for some reason, and we've seen her do this before, right? She's just not comfortable with the ball out there. Picks it up at the 3-point line, double dribble. Brianna Stewart's making sure the referee knows, and turnover, completely unforced turnover, right? It's not even one of those where he's under a little bit of pressure, maybe forgets, like the Sabrina Ionescu one, which again, not exactly what's the word I'm looking for? Not excusing Sabrina's. I don't even think Sabrina's was, but that's a whole nother issue. But that same type of thing, right? Like Sabrina went up for a shot, changed her mind, and by then it's too late 'cause she got herself caught in the air. There's no pressure of this at all. And then this big one, this to me, and I seriously, I say this with concern for a player. Okay, this is not about whether I like Angel Reese or think she's good. I say this as a concern for a player because I've seen this type of thing ruin careers. I've seen it ruin careers in basketball. I've seen it ruin careers in golf, and I've seen it ruin careers in baseball. And a lot of times, especially in baseball, they call it having the yips. You see a baseball player, an infielder who all of a sudden can't throw the ball to the infield, a pitcher who can't release their pitch properly. They've been doing it correctly their entire lives, but now they can't, right? A basketball player who was a good shooter, and all of a sudden they have a hitch in their shot. So I want you to pay attention to this. By the way, the first part of this play, all praise to Angel Reese. This is a really, really nice defensive play right here on Brianna Stewart. That is a fantastic pickpocket by Angel Reese. Okay, 100% praise to her. You got Brianna Stewart coming down with a head of steam down the lane with no help because we got 3v3 and they're spread out, and Angel Reese with a very, very clean pickpocket. But now we're going to run into a serious problem that's really concerning for me. Wide open let look at that. What is that? I have never seen anything like that in my life. Now, I have seen players who have maybe open shots, but, in the NBA especially, but they play a little, maybe they pop it up off the backboard for a trailing teammate to dunk, that type of thing. They wanna make something exciting happen. They know they're gonna get the bucket. This was panic. This was a player who has no confidence whatsoever in their ability to shoot a layup, and they're a professional basketball player. It's amazing that they actually got a bucket out of this because she didn't have an open teammate trailing for an easy bucket, right? She gave it to a teammate who's now guarded by a defender. Brandon Stewart was probably so thrown off by this herself, she didn't recover quickly enough. But I want to run this one more time, maybe two. I want to show it in well, let's roll this back just a little bit slower so you understand this. This is wide open routine layup right here, folks. And look at that. She's looking behind her for a bailout. Thankfully, again, her teammate makes that bucket. But this right here, then you can see her there already. Look at Brianna Stewart has given up this bucket. She's said this is a bucket. She is 4 feet behind her. She's not trying to make a defensive play on this. And Angel Reese is turning around to a teammate who's behind Brianna Stewart and wanting to give her the ball. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. Again, wide open layup. Brianna Stewart gave up on the play. She's giving Angel Reese the bucket, folks. And again, in this instance, I am not saying this to make fun of her. I am saying this out of concern. When you have a player at this level who has what is basically a warm up layup, right? No pressure at all because Brianna Stewart gave up on this, as you could tell in that clip, said, hey, this is the layup. I'm not challenging this. I can't catch her. All I'm going to do is maybe foul her and give her a bucket as well. And she is turning around. I mean, I don't know what she would have done if she didn't have a teammate trailing her. Would she have just dribbled that back out and waited for her teammates? And this goes back to what I've said previous before when I watch her, even when she's making shots in practice, they aren't good shots. And I don't have the quote off the top of my head. I posted it though the other day. There's a great quote from Michael Jordan about the amount of time you're practicing, how important the fundamentals are, and the amount of time you're practicing. But that time doesn't mean anything if you're practicing incorrectly. And that is what I feel happens with Angel Reese a lot. Like they've shown a couple of times now a practice video of her where she's doing the mic and drill. I think it was with Copper, where she's basically, taking one dribble, going up the right hand on the right side, dribble left hand on the left side, and they just look awkward. They aren't fundamentally sound. They aren't technically correct shots from under the basket. They look awkward. They look like she feels awkward. They look like if you've played, let me see if I can try to describe this for you real quick. If you've ever played a sport where you've had to use both hands, or soccer, you've had to use both feet and you're working on your weak side. And so in basketball, maybe it's the first time you started shooting layups correctly with the opposite hand. And even when it looks right, it feels awkward, right? You know what I'm talking about. It feels awkward compared to your dominant hand. That's how Angel Reese look when she's shooting. It doesn't look comfortable. It looks like she feels awkward. And so right now, she needs a mental performance coach. You can call me Angel. I've written a book on the subject. Uh, maybe a sports psychologist and proper coaching that's going to say, look, we need to fix this. We can't just, they're letting her practice things that are practiced incorrectly. So if you want her to fix it, if you want her to get better, you gotta break down what she's doing and build it back up again because what she's doing is incorrect. And that's why I've always said before too, when I criticize that, now look, it might be she's completely ignored all her coaches, but when I look at when she's practicing and I see different coaches and watch the way she's shooting layups and no one's saying anything, I kind of think I don't know that she's ever. gotten the coaching. I think she was always athletic enough, big enough, physical enough, had the heart and desire to go after the ball that she would dominate at ages coming up to this point. But now when you're at that point where you have the easiest layup in the game that you're ever going to get and you refuse to take it, we have problems. We have serious problems that we need to work on. Mental performance, mental performance, got to be focused on. Got to get a coach who's going to talk, who's going to, tough love and all that and say, Angel, we need to fix what we're doing. It's not just about right now whether they're going in practice, it's how they're going in. It's what we're doing from a fundamental standpoint. It's getting our feet correct. It's getting our hand position on the ball correct. It's getting our follow through correct, whatever it might be. But I'm going to leave it there for now. I appreciate you checking out this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I don't want to hear any of your hating on Angel Reese stuff because I'm pretty sure I didn't do that, but I know I'll get it anyway. But I appreciate y'all checking it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And I will talk to you later.